Close the eyes and find a very naturally comfortable asana. Try to keep the spine up. So our initial effort is always to work on the spinal posture, very important part of our body, maintaining a tall and vertical spine. Gently pull the neck up, tailbone down, head, neck, and the spine in nice alignment. At this point, if you need to make any adjustments to your position so you feel it's naturally comfortable, no strain. Just feel the hands resting very nicely, comfortably on your knees or thighs, or wherever they are on the body. Lift the shoulders up toward the ears, roll them back, let them hang loose. Let's do a few neck movements, gentle, just to feel the neck muscles and loosening any subtle tension or tightness there. Up and down, side to side movement, circular movement, any random movement that you want to try. Keep it gentle. And finally, we'll bring the head back to the center, chin slightly below the horizontal level. That will help us maintain good alignment. Soften the facial muscles, relax the jaws. Begin to watch your breath as you breathe in and out. Observe the movement of breath at the tip of the nose. And to deepen our awareness, we'll take some deep breaths. 3 deep breaths into the abdominal area. This is called the diaphragmatic breathing or the abdominal breathing. So inhale, fill the belly out like a balloon. When you exhale, suck the belly back in toward the spine. Create a nice deep cavity at the lower part of the belly. Full 3 deep breaths, abdominal. Ujjayi. As you finish the next exhalation, bring your breathing back to your natural rhythm. Bring your focus back to the tip of the nose. Watch the flow there for a couple more breaths. Let's recite Om 3 times. Deep breath in. Om. 3 times. Softly open the eyes. Namaste, namaste everyone. Welcome. Welcome to day number 17 of the journey together for a short period of 21 days and continuing on. Journey into what I like to call self-exploration. And self-exploration simply means that we want to understand what's going on inside us, what's causing us all these problems in life, how to get rid of these problems, pains, suffering, whatever we have from time to time. And how do we do that? That's the question. So the way we have been doing is, first of all, we understand the 8 limbs of yoga by Patanjali. He says, practice these 8 limbs of yoga. But then we want to develop a deeper understanding of the concepts or the underlying ideas that help us develop a better understanding of who we are. That's why we have been studying the Yoga Sutras, the different sutras from the Yoga Sutras. Also, the concept that are presented in the Bhagavad Gita. They're very important. They help us understand what causes, what we do, why we do what we do, and why things are difficult for us. So these are the concepts that are presented in the Gita and the Yoga Sutras. And I strongly recommend that you start at least developing some understanding of these concepts by studying these 2 texts, Sutras and the Bhagavad Gita. Very, very important texts. And they will help you understand life, basically. What is life? What we do in life, why we do what we do, and then how we can make changes so we can become more joyful. That's the whole idea. Okay? All right. So our eye exercise. Then we'll do the depth of vision exercise. So close the left eye with the left palm. Right arm straight out, thumb pointing up. Fix your gaze at a spot on the thumb. And as you exhale, bring the thumb all the way back in very close to the nose. Keep gazing at the thumb. Inhale, stretch it out, straight out in front. Exhale, bring it back. A couple more times. Constant gaze at the thumb will help exercise the muscles engaged in the depth of vision. And next time, we'll bring the thumb back in. Pause there, still gaze at the thumb. And then release the hands. Blink the eyes rapidly a few times here. Close the eyes, just relax for a brief moment. Open the eyes again. This time cover the right eyes, left arm out, thumb pointing up. Fix your gaze at the thumb. As you exhale, bring the thumb all the way back in, very close to the nose. Keep gazing. Keep going. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, bring it back in. Depth of vision. And next time you bring the arm back in. Keep gazing at the thumb very close to the nose for a brief moment. Release the hands. Once again, blink the eyes rapidly. Close the eyes. Rub the palms briskly. Cover the eyes softly with the palms. Help us relax the eyes. Gently rub the eyelids, eyebrows. Light massage around the eyes. Just softening any subtle tension in the facial area. And release. Once again, softly open the eyes. Okay, let's do our reading of the verse from the Gita. Let me just share the screen. All right. Jnana Yoga, yoga of knowledge and wisdom. Okay. This one, I picked this verse from the very last chapter in the Gita, 18, chapter 18, verse number 53. You know, they always tell you that Gita has 18 chapters, and the chapters number 2 and 18, they are the longest chapters. And they also have kind of a, you can say, a condensation or a summary of everything that's presented in the Gita. Yes, these two chapters they become very important. So let me read the verse first, and then we'll read the meaning. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham parigraham vimuchya nirmama shantaha brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Okay. So the words are ahankara means ego, basically egotism it says, but I don't know what's the difference between ego, egotism, and egoism. Does anybody know? I don't know. I just think it's all ego. Okay. So relinquishing egotism, violence. Balam is violence. Balam is just using your force for hurting anybody. Balam is basically force, but it says violence and self-centered arrogance. That is darpam. Abandoning craving, lustful craving. That's kama. Anger. That's krodha. And the selfish desire for possessiveness. That's parigraham. Remember in the Yoga Sutra also there is aparigraha, one of the yamas and niyamas. Vimuchya nirmamaha. So vimuchya means giving up all these things that have been mentioned before. What are we giving up? Ego, violence, arrogance, lustful desire, anger, and greed, basically. Parigraham is greed. Think of it as greed. Giving up all that and become unselfish, nirmamaha. Shantaha. Shanta means very peaceful. Resting in the peace of the supreme being, supreme vision. And that's how that such a person is fit for oneness with Brahma. Brahma is the supreme being, supreme consciousness. Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So you are getting closer to basically being, self-realized. That's the whole idea. So a lot of things mentioned here. Like I said, Gita gives a lot of good guidance. What are the things that we need to work on? These are all very concepts which are not easy to implement. But that's the whole idea, right? Keep reading them, and they start making a little bit of inroads into your mind, into your subconscious levels, and then your behavior begins to change based on these concepts when you start understanding them, and then apply them into your life, and they kind of sit deep into your subconscious levels, and then when things happen, your reactions become different because now you have a better understanding of how to lead this beautiful life. Okay? Any thoughts or comments? All right. So today we will not do any special focus. What I thought we'll do is to do a few rounds of Surya Namaskara with the recitation of mantras, maybe 8 or 9 or so. And let's just go through our regular routine and just practice our regular asana that we have been working on. All right. No special focus today. Let's come up on the hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Spread the fingers wide. Flat palms. Inhale, head up. Tailbone up. Navel down. Look up. Exhale, round the spine. Lift the navel up. Lower the chin down. Few more. Keep going. Ujjayi breaths. Synchronize the movements with the breath. At the end of each inhalation and exhalation, brief pause always. Finish the next round. Finish the exhalation. Bring the spine back to the neutral position now. Sit back up on the heels in Vajrasana or Kapalabhati. Let's get ready. And same thing, about 150 breaths. We've been doing this every day now. I hope everyone is comfortable with that. If you're not, you can always stop. Okay, let's try that. In sequence, inhale and then forcefully exhale all the air. Apply the bandhas. done with the full sequence. Again, you're breathing back to your natural rhythm. A few moments, and then we will get ready for Surya Namaskars. Come up to a standing position. And as I mentioned, we'll do a few rounds with these Surya Namaskar mantras, okay? Maybe 8 or 9 rounds, and then do one round with our own little variations. A few different stretches that we do. And like I said, no special theme today, just continue with our regular routine. Okay? Let me get the file. Okay. So again, just a very quick review of what we are doing here. Mantras means these mantras are chanted at a very regular rhythm, and we want to be able to maintain synchronization with that rhythm. So every move will be perfectly synchronized with each of the mantras. That's number one. Breathing is very important. For the first round, I'll guide you as to when to inhale, when to exhale. We've done it already, so you probably know that, but just to give you an idea, I'll guide you through the breathing first round. And, which leg to bring forward and back, we've talked about that. If it's an odd number round, the left leg back, left leg forward. Even number round, right leg back, right forward. That helps you maintain nice evenness of the whole stretch, back and forth. And you can do variations. You've done that. Any variation that you feel like, you can do different variations of Bhujangasana, different variations of the warrior pose, warrior 1, 2, triangle pose, anything that you can fit within the duration of that mantra. That's important, okay? So as long as you can fit everything into the mantra duration, try different variations. The most important part of the practice is to treat this as a combination of asana, pranayama, and meditation, right? It's asana because you're doing physical asanas. Pranayama because you're doing ujjayi breaths and long and deep breaths, so you can synchronize the movements with the breath. So it becomes pranayama. And of course, meditation because the mantras are so beautifully, kind of enticing that you're completely tuning your mind to the sound, the rhythm, and the vibration of these mantras. You can close your eyes for the entire practice, since by now I'm sure you're very comfortable with the full sequence, and just follow along the mantras. Let your body flow on its own, basically, naturally flow. Okay, so there's no effort of any kind then at that time. So it becomes very meditative. All right, let's get ready. Round number 1. Exhale.
Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Bhanave Namaha.
Exhale.
Om Khagaya Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Pushne Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha.
Exhale.
Om Marichaye Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Adityaya Namaha.
Exhale.
Om Savitre Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha.
Natural breaths.
ॐ श्री सवित्रसूर्यनारायणाय नमः.
Now release the hands. Relax. Round number 2.
ॐ मित्राय नमः. ॐ रवये नमः. ॐ सूर्याय नमः. ॐ भानवे नमः. ॐ खगाय नमः. ॐ पूष्णे नमः. ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः. ॐ मरीचये नमः. ॐ आदित्याय नमः. ॐ सवित्रे नमः. ॐ अर्काय नमः. ॐ भास्कराय नमः. ॐ श्री सवित्रसूर्यनारायणाय नमः.
Round number 3.
ॐ मित्राय नमः. ॐ रवये नमः. ॐ सूर्याय नमः. ॐ भानवे नमः. ॐ खगाय नमः. ॐ पूष्णे नमः. ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः. ॐ मरीचये नमः. ॐ आदित्याय नमः. ॐ सवित्रे नमः. ॐ अर्काय नमः. ॐ भास्कराय नमः. ॐ श्री सवित्रसूर्यनारायणाय नमः.
Round number 4.
ॐ मित्राय नमः. ॐ रवये नमः. ॐ सूर्याय नमः. ॐ भानवे नमः. ॐ खगाय नमः. ॐ पूष्णे नमः. ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः. ॐ मरीचये नमः. ॐ आदित्याय नमः. ॐ सवित्रे नमः। ॐ अर्काय नमः। ॐ भास्कराय नमः। ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्य नारायणाय नमः।
Round number 5.
ॐ मित्राय नमः। ॐ रवये नमः। ॐ सूर्याय नमः। ॐ भानवे नमः। ॐ खगाय नमः। ॐ पूष्णे नमः। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ॐ मरीचये नमः। ॐ आदित्याय नमः। ॐ सवित्रे नमः। ॐ अर्काय नमः। ॐ भास्कराय नमः। ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्य नारायणाय नमः।
Round number 6.
ॐ मित्राय नमः। ॐ रवये नमः। ॐ सूर्याय नमः। ॐ भानवे नमः। ॐ खगाय नमः। ॐ पूष्णे नमः। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ॐ मरीचये नमः। ॐ आदित्याय नमः। ॐ सवित्रे नमः। ॐ अर्काय नमः। ॐ भास्कराय नमः। ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्य नारायणाय नमः।
Round number 7.
ॐ मित्राय नमः। ॐ रवये नमः। ॐ सूर्याय नमः। ॐ भानवे नमः। ॐ खगाय नमः। ॐ पूष्णे नमः। हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः ॐ मरीचये नमः ॐ आदित्याय नमः ॐ सवित्रे नमः ॐ अर्काय नमः ॐ भास्कराय नमः ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्यनारायणाय नमः
Round number 8.
ॐ मित्राय नमः ॐ रवये नमः ॐ सूर्याय नमः ॐ भानवे नमः ॐ खगाय नमः ॐ पूष्णे नमः ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः ॐ मरीचये नमः ॐ आदित्याय नमः ॐ सवित्रे नमः ॐ अर्काय नमः ॐ भास्कराय नमः ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्यनारायणाय नमः
That's 8 rounds of Surya Namaskara with the mantras. Just one more round with our couple of those variations that we do. We'll again do that triangle and revolving triangle today. We've done that many times. It's a nice combination. Feet together. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms to the side, up and back. Pull the hands up first and push them back and look up. Exhale, bending forward. Drop the hands, bring the hands behind your back. Interlock the fingers, roll the shoulders back and pull the hands up. Then inhale, up and away. Exhale. Try to close the gap between the chest and the thighs. Release the hands, bend the knees, arms down, right foot back. So like I said, we'll do that combination of triangle pose and the revolving triangle. So first the triangle pose. Keep both the legs straight, right leg is straight, left leg is straight. The left foot is turned to the front side, body facing the side wall. You place the left hand on the thigh, raise the right arm up vertical. It remains vertical throughout, and then slide the hand down. That way, you're creating a side stretch, not a forward bending stretch, okay? So the bottom hip, push it forward, upper hip, push it backwards, roll them so that you can create a nice sideways stretch into the full Trikonasana, triangle pose. with the shoulder rolled backwards, upper shoulder. That way you will create a nice side stretch. And slowly release. Come back. We're going to do the Parshvottanasana. You can slide the hands down. Keep the right hand in front so that the shoulders are nice and square. Chest lines up on the thigh. Try and draw the chest down right on top of the thigh. And from here, transition to the revolving triangle, parivritta. Make sure you have a block handy if you need one. Okay, that way you place the block on the outside, this way or that way, it doesn't matter. The idea is to keep this leg straight. This block will help you maintain that. And then you roll the shoulder up and back to create a beautiful twisting experience here as well. So left leg straight, right leg straight, roll the shoulder up and back. Parivritta Trikonasana, that's the Sanskrit name, revolving. And then release. Arms down, bend the knee, left foot back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Push the heels back and down. Lift the buttocks up. Push the thighs backwards. Knees down, buttocks back all the way to the child pose. Balasana. Buttocks on the heels. Forehead on the floor, and walk your hands out in front. And slowly slide forward, smoothly into the cobra. Bhujangasana, chest up, navel down. Roll the shoulders back. Look up. Go back to the downward facing dog. Head up, the right foot forward, between the palms. Come up with both the legs straight for the Trikonasana. Right foot straight out in front, left foot flat, turn slightly into the front side. Right hand in your thigh first. Left arm up vertical and you'll stay up vertical. And then slide the hand down. Maintaining a nice sideways stretch only. Bottom hip, push it forward. Top hip backwards. Upper arm straight up. Shoulder rolled a little bit backwards. Trikonasana, triangle. Let's release. Do the Parshvottanasana, left hand in front. Slide the hands down. Chest lines up on top of the thigh. Shoulders are square. Try and draw the chest down. Push the buttocks back. Roll the right hip backwards. And then draw the chest down. And now into the revolving triangle. So left hand on the outside. The leg should be straight. If there is a tendency to bend the knee, you can place a block on the outside. That will help you keep the leg straight. If that doesn't help, you can keep the knee bent. That's fine too. No forcing. Roll the shoulder up and back. No, you can keep the arm straight. I just have to roll it back, so my shoulder is not good for this. Keep the arm straight and vertical. And release now. Bend the knee, palms down. Left foot falls. Straight legs, and then see if you can drop the chest down. Head up, arms to the side, and as you inhale, slowly stretch up and stretch back. Straighten the body, release the arms, down. Relax now. Easy breaths. Balancing move. A very classical Brikshasana. Tree pose. Yes, you can start with whichever leg, it doesn't matter. I start with the right leg, place the foot on the inside of the thigh, and slide the heel up all the way. It's a very classical pose. Classical in the sense, every text will tell you that this is a good balancing pose. And when you're ready, raise the arms up. I always have problem with balance. Fix your gaze at a spot in front, which might help. Palms down first, and then release the arms and legs down. That's for a breath or two. The other side. Foot up. Sole on the inside, heel all the way up or as high as you can go. Palms together first. Either keep the palms there or you can raise the arms up. Gazing at a spot in front might help. Palms down. And then release the arms and legs. Relax. Lie down on the abdomen, face down. Relax. Go through 2 rounds of Dhanurasana, okay? 2 rounds of bow pose when you're ready. Times. And then I'll just be right back.
Now slowly hold your legs. Your feet together. Forehead down. Lift up. Release.
Let's come up on the elbows for that plank position for a moment. Get into the plank. Start walking the feet towards your shoulders. If the buttocks up high, keep walking the feet in as close as you can get. Lift the buttocks as high as you can get. Shoulders rolled back. Stay there for a moment. Keep breathing. Remember, the buttocks are lifted up, head down, shoulders are rolled backwards, and you bring the feet closer to the forehead. Press the heels down. Buttocks up. Stay there. Slowly come down and rest in the child pose for a moment. We'll come back up. We're ready to practice Shirshasana. We'll do that as often as we can. But by the end of this program, you should be at least comfortable enough to try on your own. Okay, that's very important. Shirshasana, headstand as it's called. Okay. So I hope you guys are trying. I'm going to help Chetna here a little bit. All right. One leg at a time, yes. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's good. That's very good. That's exactly what you want. You okay?
Yeah. I'm okay.
Yeah. That is a good kick.
Oh God.
Do it one more time. Oh,
Thank you.
your neck should feel comfortable. That's the key here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're straight. You all right?
Yeah.
Good. Good position. Very nice. Slowly come down. Very slowly. Yes. And stay there with the head down on the floor once you're done.
Subhashi,
Yes.
after the Sirsasana, is there any counter stretch?
Well, the only thing we do is the Shirshasana is the child pose, basically, like I said, we just rest in the child pose.
Okay.
Nothing that
Thank
is
you.
recommended as a counter stretch.
Okay, thank you.
Child pose is recommended.
Okay, thank you.
Now, the other variation that I don't know if I think I demonstrated it once. It's called the tripod, where you actually put the head on the floor and palms alongside the head. Did I show this? No, from the, let me show you one more time. I think this is another variation that you should try at home. Let me turn the camera on. Okay. So I'm just going to demonstrate it quickly. It's called the tripod. All right. So this one, what you do is rather than, bringing the hands together, you place the hand on the floor, okay, like this, and then rest the head on the floor, okay? And then it's like getting into the bakasana, the crane pose. Okay, so just watch 1 second. So when you place the head down, then you will bring the legs up and place the elbows on the inside of the knees. That's this just like the bakasana. But it will help to lift the legs up. And keep lifting the legs up until you are able to stretch them straight now. And then, of course, you can keep the feet against the wall, or you can release once you're very comfortable with the balance. So that becomes the tripod headstand. Okay? Should try that because that's a very nice variation of the headstand. Hold on a second. We'll come and help you.
My back is touching the wall. I think I have to go bit back.
Yeah, you have to go back. Yes, that's right. That's very good. Now place the elbows on the inside of the knees, just like the bakasana. Okay? Use that support now. And then lift the legs up. Slowly.
Oh, no. My hair. Oh, my hair.
Stay there. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, this is like I said, many of these are challenging in the sense that since your neck and shoulders are not, used to it. You're okay?
Yeah, just my hair.
Okay. All right. Sit down. So these are the two variations in Shirtasana that I always, recommend that you should try. And do the preparation, those up and down dog from the forearm plank, and the one that we did today, then that balance that we do, inverted balance. Okay, all those are very good preparations for the headstand. All right. Are you okay with that? Any questions? Let's do our Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. And we've been doing this twisting movement because this is also very good for the spine and for the hip area. So the first twisting move we do is to place, let's start with the left foot on top of the thigh. Use a strap. Okay. Put the strap in the foot. Hold it, wrap the left arm behind you. That's the first variation we always do. Okay. Yes. Hold it as close to the foot as you can. Eventually, you want to be able to hold the foot with the hand itself. That may not work for now. Stretch the arm out, and then as you exhale, you can bend forward, drop the chest down. When inhale, pull the chin away. Make sure your left knee is resting on something because the foot is on top. You want to rest it on a cushion or a block. Very important. Keep going for a few more breaths here. As you inhale, pull the chin away. Exhale, drop the chest. Legs straight if possible. And as you inhale, come back up now. Release the strap. And this is where now you have the option. Now you can either put the foot straight, keep it on top, or keep it on the inside, whichever works for you. This time grab the right arm behind you. You've been doing this very frequently. It's a beautiful stretch. Left hand on the outside. As you exhale, bend over. Try to keep the spine lengthened, and to do that, pull the chin away when you inhale, roll the shoulder back. And exhale, drop the chest down. And again, as you inhale, come back up now. Release. Switch sides. The right foot on top. Place the foot all the way up on the top of the thigh, all the way back. Again, rest your knee on something. Use a strap. Put the strap in the foot, and then bring it right hand behind you. Hold the strap as close to the foot as you can. Left hand in front, slide it away as you inhale. Pull the chin away. As you exhale, drop the chest down, keeping the legs straight if possible, keeping the spine lengthened if possible. Keep trying the effort, keep making the effort to bring the hand closer and closer to the foot behind you. And slowly as you inhale, come back up now. Release the strap. Now you have the option, you can keep the foot on top with the knee resting on something or slide it on the inside of the thigh all the way back. So the opposite stretch now. So we have to roll the left arm behind the back, right arm on the outside to keep the twist nice and comfortable so you can drop the chest when you exhale. Chin away when you inhale. Shoulder roll back. So when you inhale, deepen the twisting experience by rolling the shoulder back. When you exhale, you can deepen the forward bending stretch by dropping the chest down. Get a deep leg stretch if you keep the leg very straight. Press the knee down into the ground. And as you inhale, slowly come back up now. Relax. Just the leg straight. Paschimottanasana, very classical pose. Raise the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, bend forward. As always, if the hands are not comfortable in reaching the toes, you can use a strap. I recommend the use of a strap, so that helps you maintain good awareness of the spine. And also it helps you deepen the stretch a little bit better because you have the strap for support. You pull the strap and then deepen your stretch by lowering the chest down a little more. Inhale, pull the chin away. Exhale, lower the chest down. All this, everything is conditional depending on the response from the body. If the body offers resistance, do not push through that resistance. Take a step back. And as you inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, release now. Relax. Let's also do the Sarvangasana today. We haven't done that in a few days. So lie down on your back, shoulder stand. Okay. Get ready. Try to bring the body up into a full, eventually, full vertical position. That's the eventual effort in mind. That means the heels, buttocks, and shoulders will eventually line up in a single plane, vertical plane. That doesn't have to happen today. That's the goal, that's the intention. And with practice over time, you will get there slowly. It's called the Sarvanga, shoulder stand. Keeping the legs vertical. chest comes in very close to the chin, and that's where some of the benefits are mentioned here, because the thyroid and the parathyroid gland, the two very important glandular functions in the body, they are situated right there, where the chest meets the chin. That's what gives a lot of good massage to those organs, improving their function. We will work on the variations. Spread the legs apart into a V shape. While the legs are still apart, you can try to lower the legs down behind you. Keep them apart. See if you can bring the feet closer to the floor. Slowly bring the legs back up. Straight up, and then do a few bicycle movements. And once again, bring the legs back up straight, and then half plow, where you keep one leg vertical, bring the other leg back behind you. It's one at a time. So alternate a couple of times if you need to. That's the half plow. Just getting ready for the full plow. Just do it 2 or 3 times. And now, both the legs together behind you into the full halasana, plow pose. Bring the feet closer and closer to the floor, but don't push anything beyond your comfort level. And to come out slowly, first release the back to the floor. When the tailbone touches the floor, the legs should be vertical, and then release the legs down slowly. And just relax in the final position for a moment. The counter stretch we always do is the fish pose, Matsyasana. So come up onto the elbows first, place the palms under the buttocks. This is to support the spine when you place the palms under the buttocks. And then lift the chest up by rolling the shoulders back. My shoulders are up now. I roll them back to lift the chest up. And then tilt the head back and then rest the head on the floor. Making sure your head is resting very lightly on the floor, not pressing hard against the floor. It should not be hanging in the air either. And finally, you may attempt to lift the feet off the floor. Just 3-4 inches. Now remember, your head is tilted back, so you're looking at the wall behind you. And if you keep the effort to roll the shoulders back, you keep the chest up, big gap between the floor and the shoulder blades. A nice stretch of the spine and the core area when you lift the feet off the floor. Come out, bring the feet down, bring the palms out from under the buttocks, and sit back up on the elbows. Lower the chin down, Jalandhar Bandha. And then slowly release the back down, head down, and relax for a moment. That's the combination of Sarvanga and Matsyasana. Bend the knees, wrap the arms around the knees, hugging the knees to the chest now. Keep the tailbone down. Just gently guide the knees to the chest, not very actively pulling them down. You don't want to hurt yourself. And then roll the body side to side, all the way to one side and then to the other side. Next time you're back to the center, pause, and then rock the body up and down. Do these movements should bring about a gentle, natural massage of the spine. Very good for the spinal massage. And then come back up to a sitting position. Just relax. To our Bakasana or the crane pose, crow pose, whichever you want to call it. For the poses that we really want to build our experience with these poses. Palms flat, fingers spread out. Elbows should be on the inside of the knees, just a little bit above the elbows. Pressing the elbows against the knees, knees against the elbows, and then shift the body weight in front. And as you continue to do that, there might come a moment when the feet want to lift off the floor. And if they do, you can bring the heels all the way up. Very good. Beautiful. Very good. Use a block or a cushion under your head or a pair of pillows that will help you. Let's do this variation very frequently. Marichasana for the spinal twist. Start with the right leg, hold the knee, bring the heel all the way inside on the same side of the thigh, against the groin area. And slightly forward and then wrap the arm around the knee from inside out, palm pointing away. And then wrap the arm behind you. Use a strap if the hands do not reach each other. Once you're up there, you can, once you have the hands behind you together, either with together or with the strap, then keep the spine straight and vertical now. Roll the left shoulder back and away. Very nice. Keep breathing. Spine should be tall, vertical. Great stretch for the spine, the abdominal area, arms and shoulders get engaged nicely. Hip rotation. Twist a little more and then release now. Come back. Switch sides. Heel all the way back in against the groin area. Wrap the arm from inside out against the knee. And then wrap the other arm behind the back. Grab the hands together. Once the hands are together, either you're able to hold the hands or you're able to use the strap. Then keep the spine tall and vertical now. Roll the right shoulder back. Look over that shoulder. Spine vertical, tall. Nice shoulder rotation, hip rotation, beautiful spinal twist. Reach. And then slowly twist a little more, release now, come back. At the center with the eyes closed, we will sit in a posture that's comfortable. There's always a brief moment of reflection. One of the few moments we really want to integrate our mind, body, breath, all of them together. Remember, we have 4 functions of the mind. The mind first function is the mental function called the cognitive function, receiving input from the 5 senses or doing the motor action. Second is the intellect, which is doing the kind of the decision maker or picking up choices. Third is the ego. Ego is the one that always say that it's mine, it's me, it's I'm doing this, and I want to do this, etc. That's ego. And the memory, 4 functions of the mind. See? So what is happening is when we do our practices, there might be some memory which says, okay, I can only do this much, I cannot do more. So the ego might resist doing anything that the mind wants to try. Or the ego might have seen somebody else, do something even more challenging, and it may want to push the body into a level that's not comfortable for the body, and it can cause injury. So remember these 4 functions of the mind, and we want to diminish the role of the ego and sharpen the role of the intellect. That's our goal in all our practices, in our life basically. We want to function using the intellect, not the ego. And it applies to everything that we do in life, whether we are working at home, whether we are working in your office, shopping, you're driving, anything. Intellect versus the ego. Keep that in mind. Swing the hands behind the back, softly hold the right wrist, and as you exhale, bend forward. Yoga Mudra. Stay in the final position for a moment. And with the next inhalation, nice and easy move as you come back up now. Release everything, and then you're ready for Yoga Nidra. Lie down on your back. Try and relax the body eventually, but before we do that, we always do a little tightening and tensing of the body. So to do that, come up into the half boat, head up, feet up. Keep the legs very straight, toes pointing away from you, arms very straight in front. Spread the fingers wide and tight, tight fingers. Make a fist with the hands, tight fists. Keep the fists tight. Open the mouth, extend the tongue out, curl it down toward the chin. Open the eyes as well, so you can tense up all the facial and neck muscles now. Pull the hands away in the direction of the feet. Squeeze the buttocks tight, thighs, knees, kneecaps, calf muscles tight, ankles, point the toes away. This is where we'll engage every muscle in the body. So from toes to head, top to bottom, engaging the entire body and bringing it to a real tight squeeze. And let go. loosening up now, letting go of any tightness or fatigue in the body by just letting go. Feet apart, almost the width of the mat, if comfortable. Hands away from the body, palms facing up. All should feel natural. Just now begin to scan the body from toes to head, one muscle, one limb at a time. And as you do the scanning of the body, if you perceive any kind of tightness, tension, or fatigue, that's where you will make that nice and deep mind-body connection. Mind can perceive the tightness and then it can send in a wave of relaxation, which will help you relax completely. That means there should be no tension anywhere in the body eventually. And as you continue to scan the body and letting go of any tension, you can start feeling that subtle heaviness of the limbs of the body on the floor. So feel the subtle heaviness of the feet, legs, knees, thighs, buttocks. Feeling the subtle heaviness of the lower back, middle back, upper back, the entire back, nicely relaxed. Feel that subtle heaviness of the hands on the floor, arms, shoulders, head and the neck. At this point, every muscle, every limb feels nice and loose. Just try and become aware of all the points of contact between the body and floor, and just let the body gently sink into the ground. Body feels heavy and nicely supported by the ground. Nice, deep state of relaxation. And to enjoy the state of relaxation, we'll set the intention that when we are relaxing, when thoughts come up in the mind, we will not pay any attention to the thoughts. Just let them come and go away. Continue to enjoy this beautiful state for a few more moments now. we bring the awareness back to the breathing slowly and begin to breathe slightly deeper breaths, just becoming more aware of the rhythm of breathing. Just for a moment, feel the flow at the tip of the nose. Breathe in and out, just feel the movement of breath. And slowly begin to stretch the fingers, curl the toes, stretch the hands, feet, arms, legs. Stretch the arms back overhead, giving a nice stretch by pulling the hands back and away, pointing the toes away. Good stretch. And then slowly roll to one side for a moment now. Come back up to a sitting position. Ready? Okay. So, pranayama. Okay. In one of the earlier sessions, I don't know if it was the previous 21 day or even the one before that, we did experiment with different speeds of Kapalbhati. So we said we increase the speeds higher and higher and see how we feel about it. You do that? You remember? 21 day? Yeah, okay.
Previous one we did.
Yeah, I think we did it somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll try that. But before we do that, we'll do one more round of Kapalbhati, the regular round, same speed that we did earlier, about 150 breaths. And then we'll start experimenting. Let's go ahead. Then we sequence and apply the bandhas when you're done with the full forceful exhalation. When we're done with the full sequence, bring your breathing back to the natural rhythm. I said we'll start experimenting with slightly higher speeds now, and not do 150, maybe 40, 50 breaths in each at each speed, and then we'll just experiment. And just a slight increase now to 90 breaths per minute. Exhale. Relax breathing for a few breaths. Okay, next we'll do a speed of 100 breaths per minute. Okay, let's give it a try. Exhale. And again, a few natural breaths now. Moving on. Next is 120 breaths per minute. Experiment. Exhale. That was 120. You want to try something higher, maybe? I think we tried 150 also last time, if I remember right. Let's try 150. Obviously, don't force yourself into anything that you're not comfortable with. 150. Let's see how it goes. Exhalation, natural breathing. I'm just going to play the metronome at 200. I don't think you want to try that, but feel free. See if that even comes close. I don't know how fast that is. Let's give it a try. 200. Exhale. And relaxed breathing now. So, like I said, we did it last time just to get a feel for what the different speeds are. I strongly recommend you try these at home. Okay, use a metronome. Try different speeds at home, from very slow to fairly fast, and then see what feels comfortable. And you can always, in your own practice, you can vary these speeds. One round you can do it at 70, another round at 80, another round at 100. Try these different speeds as long as you're comfortable. Okay. Desha Kala Sankhya, Patanjali says, try these experiments. Desha Kala, Kala is duration. Here we are modifying the duration for each breath. Okay, let's do our Nadi Shuddhi practice, alternate nostril breathing. Remember, the key guideline is 1:2 ratio. You can apply the bandhas at the end of inhalation. Feel free to try that. Maintaining the ratio, that's important. Go ahead. Ujjayi breaths, deep breaths, 3-part. Let's finish the next round. Take your time. Finish the final exhalation through the left side. Start the round with the inhalation through the left. Finish with the exhalation through the left. Complete cycle. Done with the full sequence. Keep the eyes closed, spine upright, nice and tall as always, tall but relaxed. Keep the hands very comfortably Shoulders nicely hanging loose. Recite Om once now, deep inhalation. Let's join the palms together. Shanti mantra. Inhale. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead me from unreal to the real, darkness to light, from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. Peace, peace, peace. Arms. Cover the eyes with the palms to relax the eyes. Release the hands, join the palms again, raise them up. And as you exhale, bend forward. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. I bow down. Respect and gratitude to all my gurus, my teachers, with a very special tribute to Sage Patanjali. And slowly come back up. Thank you all. Namaste. Have a great rest of the day.